welcome back to my channel. I feel some type of way about filming this video today. As you know by the title, it's going to be Makeup 101. It is going to be a guide for you if you were to click on this video and not know anything about makeup. Hopefully this is going to give you all of the basics so that you can go out with your friends or go on a date or do whatever you may want to do when putting on makeup not knowing anything. Before I start, I do also just want to make a little disclaimer that there are no rules in makeup at all whatsoever. If you're doing your makeup and it's working for you the way that you're doing it and it's a little different than me, that's fine. You are not wrong. I'm not wrong. Nobody is wrong. This process that I show you is just the process that I came up with. Leave me a comment down below what you may be doing differently. I am obsessed with learning new techniques, new ways. So if you do something that's a little different, let me know so that I can try it too. Without further ado, I am going to take you step by step from bare face to, full glam in the easiest possible way for anybody to understand. And yeah, I'm actually really excited about it. Let's get into it. The first thing that I do in my makeup routine is after I wash my face, always wash your face. Wash your face. Just do it. Just do it. Just wash your face. The cleaner your skin is, the better the makeup is going to look on your face. I know I've said that a million times, but I can't stress it enough. Anyways, after you wash your face, I always like to put moisturizer on it. The moisturizer is going to keep your skin healthy looking, glowy looking. It's just gonna give your skin some life. So my favorite moisturizer that I use is by First Aid Beauty. This is the Ultra Repair Cream Intense Hydration. Now, if you have really oily skin, I would say stay away from this guy because it is so intensely hydrating. My skin just feels just kind of, I don't want to say sticky, but kind of sticky, but I've just been using it for so long that I just get used to it. So this is my favorite moisturizer. I let that sink in, and then I kind of tend to do my makeup maybe an hour, hour and a half after I've put that on. So that's my step one. The first thing that I like to do after my skin is cleaned, prepped, moisturized, all that good stuff, is I like to use a primer. You can use a primer for a bunch of different things. Some people don't like to use primers, that's fine. Some people can't do their makeup without a primer. It's all your preference. I like to use pore blurring primers. Blurring primers are going to just kind of fill in all of those holes that you may have and make your skin look nice and silky and smooth, so when you put your foundation on, you have that more flawless appearance. Primers can also be used to make your makeup last longer. If you have an event to go to and you're going to be out all day and you're doing your makeup early in the morning, you want your makeup to last all night. Primer is good for that. Some primers have a radiance effect where you put it on and it will make your skin look dewy and glowy, So definitely do your research on the primers that you may need for your face and go with that. Today I am just going to put on a Cover FX blurring primer. Really only need a little bit. Just a little dollop, a little pea size, something along those lines. Put it on my nose, on the sides of my nose. I put it over this wrinkle that I have over here. I have that mean wrinkle, that one, don't like that. Like to make that go away. And then I just kind of press it into my face. So my next step is foundation. One quick little insert that I want to say is you can put your foundation on a bunch of different ways. You can use a brush, you can use a beauty blender, you can use your fingers, you can use a Clarisonic, you can use, I don't know, you can get creative. So I like to use a beauty blender. The best way to apply foundation for me personally, I don't like using brushes. I don't like the way that it leaves the foundation on my face. Although this can suck up some product, I like it the most. So I will take the risk of it sucking up my product. I just like the way that it feels. I like the way that it makes my face look. One thing that I've seen over the years, like a lot of times, and I've had to tell a lot of people, I don't know why, they'll use a beauty blender without wetting it. So you want to like put it underneath the faucet, squeegee it out a few times, then make sure you squeegee it out enough, like there's no water coming through it, but so you want it to be damp. It's gonna make the makeup go on your face. If you're using a beauty blender, if you're using a sponge, a makeup sponge, you can get these like literally anywhere at any drugstore. Make sure that you're dampening it. And if you haven't and you've dampened them for the first time, you're gonna be amazed. They get so much bigger, they get so much squishier. Like, do it, okay? I'm telling you, promise. Today for my foundation, I am going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I am going to take a few pumps of this and put it on the back of my hand. This part I just take my finger and I like to dot it all over my face. Alright? Then you take your beauty blender and just blend it all together. You also want to make sure that you're blending it into your neck as well. If you don't have your correct shade, then you really want to make sure your neck is blended in. Foundation is important because what this is going to do is it's going to even your skin tone. It's kind of like the base of your face. It's what all the makeup is going to go on top of. It's going to make the other makeup products be able to apply easier because everything is the same texture. A lot of people don't like foundation, don't like the way that it feels on your face. That's fine. I was always that way until I realized how much prettier it makes my skin because I have a lot of redness on my cheeks. So the foundation is just going to make me look even and it's just going to give you that flawless finish. If you find that one foundation that really, really works for you, stick to it. Because some foundations just don't work well with some people. So with that being said, what works for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for me. So it's all trial and error. But yeah, so that's why foundation is important in your makeup routine. The next step in my makeup routine is concealer. So after you put your foundation on, you are going to want to brighten your eyes. That is what concealer is for. The one that I am going to use today isn't super brightening. It's a little bit more on like a medium tone shade. I don't love the super brightening underneath your eyes. Sometimes I just like to cover up my dark circles, so that's kind of the vibe that I'm going with today. This is by Colourpop. It is in the shade Light 20, and I am just going to apply the concealer in the places that I usually apply the concealer. The brightness is going to hit you, and the tops of your face is where you want to really put that brightening. So you're going to put it underneath your eyes, on the top of your forehead. You can put it on your chin and your lips. I like to put it right underneath here because, again, I have all my redness right here, so I just like to give it that double cover up. And then I'm going to put my contour over here too, so that's also just going to brighten up the contour as well. So yeah, and then I like to use my beauty blender again. You can use a brush, you can tap it with your finger. If you're going to use your finger, I have heard from one of my esthetician friends to use your middle finger because it gives the lightest pressure. Your under eyes are very sensitive, so if you are going to tap it in with your finger, try to use the middle one. I do know that that is supposed to be like the rule, if you will, but I'm going to use a beauty blender, so here we go. Alright, and there you have the concealer all blended out. So the concealer is really going to make you look more awake. It's just going to brighten up your face a little bit and also make your under eyes look a little bit smoother than before. Just a little recap, we have moisturizer, primer, foundation, concealer. After concealer, you're going to want to set it. Concealer tends to like get right in the cracks of your eyes, and then sometimes you can like see it. So to prevent it from like getting into your creases and then seeing it all day, you really want to set it. So you want to pick up a setting powder, and pretty quickly after you do your concealer, you should set it with that powder. I still like to use my Coty Airspun from the drugstore. It's like a huge jar. I don't see myself running out of this anytime soon, so I'm gonna use it. Again, I go in with my beauty blender. I just stick it right in there, sticks to it, and just stamp it underneath your eye. You also want to put it anywhere else you may crease. So like I was talking about earlier, I have a big wrinkle forming right here, so I like to put it right on that so that the makeup doesn't like creep into it and then you can see it even more. Now this is something else that's going to be different for everybody. If you have oilier skin, you're going to want to keep the setting powder on for a little longer than me. If I wash my face, I need to put moisturizer on it because it starts like I can't feel it. It's so dry, it hurts. So I need to put moisturizer on it. However, during the day, I feel like I'll get really oily in my T-zone. So I have like combination skin, so it's dry and oily. So I do like to set my face, but I just don't like to keep it on forever because I also will get that like drying effect as well. This one really depends on your skin. If you have oilier skin, you're gonna wanna bake a little bit longer. Baking is keeping the setting powder on your face for, you know, as long as you may like. The longer you keep it on, the more it's going to keep the makeup in your face. It's like a heavy layer on the makeup so that it stays on your face. Does that make sense? That's the best way that I can explain it at this point in time. Maybe as I evolve, I'll be able to explain it a little bit better. But, you know, as of right now, this is just what I've learned to do. And so I am sharing what I have learned. So, here we go. Then you want to wipe this off. You want to really make sure that you get all of it off your face, because sometimes if you leave it, it can leave like a white cast. The next step in my makeup routine is then to do the contour. I like to do contour before my bronzer. I've heard people doing their bronzer and then their contour. Again, it's all up to you. This is just the way that I like to do it. I am going to go in with the Kat Von D Shade in Light, and I'm going to contour. Contouring is basically, so the light is going to brighten some of your face and then shadow some of your face. So when using concealer and contouring, you're just kind of enhancing the natural way the light would hit you. So you're going to want to create shadows on your face to give your face a more thinner look. Like some people can put contour up on top of their forehead. That's going to make your forehead look and appear smaller. The contour right here is going to make your face appear that you have high cheekbones. Some people like to put the contour right here underneath your jawline. This is going to make your face appear like you have a slimmer neck. So the contour is like really cool, really helpful, really useful if you do it right. It takes a lot of practice, so you really want to get it in like the most precise places, and you want to use the right tools when you do it. I like to use this brush. This brush is kind of wide and then gets kind of skinnier at the top, so this kind of, for me, gets right into the hollows of your cheeks the best. This is a Morephe R10 brush. So this is how your contour should go, from your top of your ear, and then you want to make it go to your mouth. So, and you'll feel the hollows of your cheeks too when you try it. Like you can feel where it should go as well. So it's going to go like right in this area. Now to blend this in, you're going to also want to bring it up to your forehead. Again, this is going to make your forehead appear a little smaller. And then I like to just brush it into my hairline all the way down so the 2 points meet. Then when you do, you can move down to your jaw. Again, I like to connect it all so it kind of all seamlessly goes together. hopefully you guys can see this. I have done this side of my face and I haven't contoured this side of the face. So hopefully you guys can see on camera the difference between not contour and contour. So I am going to go ahead and contour the other side of my face. The nice thing about this palette is, clearly I use this, clearly I love this, is there are some brightening powders up here as well. So these I use as my contour, and then this will really brighten your under eye. You put it all the places that you put your concealer. Perfect! Then I like to bronze. So bronzing the face is going to give you that tan look. So this isn't, contour isn't supposed to make you look tan. Contour is, like I said, the optical illusion that's going to make your cheekbones look high, your forehead look smaller. It's going to give like the structure to the face, where the bronzer is going to give you that like glow, like you were just outside soaking up some sun. The bronzer doesn't have to be as precise as the contour. I like to use a fluffy brush, so something that's a little bit looser and lighter than a contour brush. So the contour brush is going to give you that really precise, the bristles are very dense, they don't move as much. They're going to give you that precise line, that precise placement. Bronzer, because I want to look tan, I don't want to look like all the darkness, you know, stuck on my face. I want it to be loose, I want it to be flawless, I want it to be, you know, endless. So you're going to get a little bit more of a bigger brush with a little bit, you know, a little bit more movement to it. And this is really going to, you know, just make it look like you were just outside. Today I am going to use Benefit Hoola bronzer. Dip into my bronzer, tap it off. You know, bronzer you want to be able to build up. You don't want to put a ton on your face and then have to blend it out, because then you're going to go outside, you're going to look orange, you're going to look blotchy, it's going to be a mess. So start with a little, tap it off, and you're going to go in the same spots that you put your contour. So you're going to do, because again, you know, you want it to look natural. So you want to keep where the light hits, you want that to still look bright. And you want to put the bronzer in the same spot. So this is kind of like a 3 on your face. You're going to do forehead, cheeks, neck. Make sure you blend it out into your neck as well. Really going to want to brush it into your hairline as well. This bronzer brush I love. This is also from Morephe. This is an R2. I like this because it's big, it's fluffy, but it kind of has that same shape where it's wide on the sides and then comes up to a point. Like this is the tallest part of the brush. This little point situation also gets it good, like right into the spot where, you know, it needs to go. So it's not like super round where it's like this can go everywhere. This, you're still gonna have some control with this brush, whereas this brush, like I like to use a brush like this for powder all over your face. You know, if you want to like blah, 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 like put powder all over your face. I still want to be precise, but I just want to be, I want to be precise but not crazy, you know. I also like to bronze my nose. Gives it that like I was just outside look. My next step in my makeup routine is then to do my blush. For my blush, my favorite brush that I like to use is this like stippling brush. I don't like to use blush. We all know that. I say that in every single video. I know. So this brush really kind of gives me that like really soft effect when I put it on. So I can put this in my blush and then just kind of like stipple it into my face so it's like it's there without being like, hey, I'm there. Do I even really need to mention it? Do I need to say it? You know I'm going to use Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso. So I'm going to go right into that, tap that off, and I am just going to do the apples of my cheeks. This is like a really old rule. Some people like to say like if you smile, you know, you put it like right on the apples of your cheeks where your cheeks kind of come up. So I have learned to do that. I've also learned to bring it up a little bit because I like to make it look a little natural, like maybe I just got a sunburn, or, I mean, this is peach. I don't know what sunburn is peach, but, you know, so this is where I like to put my blush. I also like to put the blush a little bit on my nose, just a little bit, just to, again, give it that sunburn look. I know I don't look sunburned at all whatsoever, but again, this is just something that I like to do. So blush is super quick, super simple for me. Some people are blush lovers. Like, my sister loves blush. She will, and she can rock it. Like, it looks awesome on her. I don't know. I don't know if I just am not, like, used to the way the color will look. I don't know. Just something in me, I just don't like to try those types of colors. But again, that is just me. That's my preference, my personality. That doesn't mean that you should be afraid of blush at all whatsoever. Like, blush is beautiful and puts life in your face. Like, I couldn't imagine doing my makeup without blush. I need it to give your cheeks that, like, rosy color to, like, actually look like a human. Like, I need it, but, like, I just don't like to experiment with different blushes. Like, I'm never gonna go to Sephora or Ulta and be like, I need a blush. But that's just me, personally, you know? Anyways, moving on. My next step is highlighter. Highlight is going to, you've guessed it, highlight the areas that you're putting it in. I always forget to do this. Like, sometimes I'll get some texture right over here, like some pimples, or, you know, your pores are right here. Sometimes I'll throw some highlighter over it, and then I'm like, God, you can totally see my pimples. Like, why did I just do that? So, do as I say, not as I do, because, you know, I'm probably going to end up, you know, doing it right now. I'm probably going to end up doing it in the future, but I just wanted to tell you so you know, highlight is going to highlight. So you want to try and stay away from putting highlight on a texture. So if you just got a big pimple right over here, maybe stay away from the highlighter, or don't, because who am I to judge, you know? And also, my favorite highlighting brush is this one, again, from Morephe. This is the M510. I just like the way that it applies. I have had a few different highlighting brushes that I've loved to use, but this one's always right in front of me, so I like to grab it. Now for highlight, I like to put it on the high top of my cheek, and I like to drag it up into the face as well. You can use light pressure when you do this. Usually highlight is pretty intense, so you don't need to, like, dig your brush in there. You can just kind of do tap, 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 and then you'll get some good color payoff. Another place that I like to put highlight is right on the tip of my nose and right on the Cupid's bow. This area is going to kind of, once you put lipstick on, it's going to make your lip look a little bit bigger. The next step in my makeup routine, what I like to do is I now like to set my makeup, because my base is all done. The only things that I have left to do are my eyes, my eyebrows, and my lips. So now, like, all, like, the hardcore makeup is on. So I like to use a setting spray. Guys, setting sprays are, first of all, super fun. Like, I love them. I never thought that, like, spraying water on your face would help at all whatsoever until I just started seeing it everywhere. And it really, 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 really does help. So I just bought this Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I've heard that this one works wonders. I've been using it for about a week and a half now, and I'm obsessed with it. I love it. So what the setting spray is going to do is it's going to lock in your face. So kind of like the setting powder, where the setting powder locks in your concealer, this is going to just kind of lock everything into place, but also make it melt into your skin so that it looks like your skin. Doesn't look like you're wearing pounds of makeup. It looks like, you know, it makes the contour actually make your cheekbones look high. You know, it makes the highlight actually look like it's highlighted in your face. It makes the foundation actually look like that's your skin. So there's a few different types of setting spray. You can get a MAC Fix Plus, which is like a prep and prime. You can use a dewy setting spray, you know, a setting spray that's going to give you that, like, glowy finish. You can use a matte setting spray. That's going to make your face look super matte, you know, if you don't want any oil or shine. Or you can use setting sprays that just basically keep your makeup on forever, and that's what I like. This is the one that I am loving at the moment, and I'm going to spray that all over my face. I know I still have more to do, but I just like to get the base set, and then I'll spray more of it at the end too, because you can never get enough. Sometimes on a hot day, this will just refresh the crap out of you. The next thing that I'm going to do in my makeup routine now is my eyes. Now this is something else that could be different for a lot of different people. Some people like to do their eyes first before their base, and it's a very smart technique. If you're using darker colors, or if you're testing out different products, or you know, just the palette that you love, if it has a lot of fallout being like when you're blending it on your eye, sometimes it tends to fall down. And when it falls down, you just did your whole face, you know, you don't want color underneath here. So a lot of people just like to do their eyes first. That way you can use a makeup remover, remove it, no harm, no foul, because then you're gonna do your face after and your eyes are already done. Naturally, I just like to do my base first. It just is what comes natural to me. I like doing my base better for some reason. I hate doing my eyes, to be honest with you all. I'm just obsessed with making my skin look flawless. So that to me is my favorite. So I think I just like to jump the gun and go right for it. So now in my makeup routine, I do then do my eyes. I am going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill Morephe Vault Collection. I'm going to go in with the palette Ring the Alarm. For the sake of this video being 18 years long, I am just going to do my eyes. I do have a bunch of videos on how to do your eyes, or eye tutorials. I'll link those above if you want to check those out. This video I really just wanted to explain my makeup steps and why they're important. So I'm just going to quickly do my eyeshadow, and then I'll come back before I have to do my eyeliner and mascara and all that jazz, and I will be right back. Okay, hi guys, I am back. Once I get the eyeshadow on, the next step in my makeup process is usually the eyeliner. I am not going to go into detail with the eyeliner, because again, that is a video in and of itself that will be way too long, and you know, I'm just trying to get all these points out to you. After my eyeliner, I apply some mascara and then my lashes. Lashes again are another video itself, so I am going to do those off camera again, but I just wanted to come on and tell you kind of like the order that I do, and I will be right back for my eyebrows. Okay guys, my eyes are on. This whole situation to me will never change. It is eyeliner, mascara, lashes, bottom lash line. That is always in my makeup routine. The next thing in my makeup process is going to be eyebrows. I am going to go in with my IT Cosmetics brow powder. I just like to take the pencil and start by making a line. After I make the line, I just kind of do hair-like strokes going up, filling in all of the gaps that I have, define the top of it a little bit, bring it down to like a more defined tail, and then I like to use the spoolie. It's super important because it blends the colors together to make it look natural. Right now you can see the line, you can see the strokes. Once you do the spoolie, it kind of all blends together like that. So this is my completed eyebrow, and I'm going to do the other one. Eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So they're going to be different. They don't have to look exactly alike. As long as you can get them within the same family, you'll be good. Once my eyebrows are done, I'm pretty much home free. I just kind of pick out what lip I want to do, throw some setting spray on, and then I am done. I am going to use for my lips Kylie Cosmetics Brown Sugar. I actually bought this as a lip kit, so I have the lip liner. Literally just follow my lips and go from there. And then I go on to the liquid lipstick. I'm going to throw a gloss over it because I'm not liking the dryness of my lips, so I'm just going to take this L'Oreal Color Rich gloss and smack that on the lips. There we go. Gave them some life. The next step in my routine is dousing my face some more in some setting spray, and that's about it. Alright guys, that is it for my makeup 101. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from this video. This is my process and how I do makeup. There are no rules in makeup, so what I do may be different from what you do. I think it's awesome that makeup can be so universal to so many different people, and people can use it in so many different ways, and everybody looks beautiful. I am also intrigued and interested in things that you guys may do, so if you do something differently or you do something in a different order, let me know in the comments below. Again, I'm always trying to change and figure things out. I learn every single day about makeup when I watch YouTube. This is what I am doing right now, but this doesn't mean this is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, next week, a year from now. So if anything changes, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. If you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you can keep on this journey with me. Also, don't forget to hit that bell so you can be notified right when I post a video, so that you don't need to be annoyed by me on my Instagram. If you do want to follow me on any of my socials, I'll leave those popped up somewhere around over here. I do a lot of behind the scenes. I chat on Instagram a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!